Why isn't Derrick Henry traded yet?
Great question. I'm still kind of surprised their quarterback is still there.
The draft is 2 weeks from Thursday night. Oh, the quarterback's not going anywhere. Ryan Tannehill is not going anywhere. Ryan Tannehill is going to start the season for the Tennessee Titans. Unless the next 2 weeks, unless the next 2 weeks play out where they roll all the dice and they put all their eggs and draft capital for this first round and probably future first rounds in Anthony Richardson to move all the way up to the third overall spot. If they're one of the teams that Adam Schefter, our friend and colleague at the Worldwide Leader in Sports, said was one of the 6 teams to have knocked on the door of the Arizona Cardinals to try and trade up for the third overall position. I imagine they have to be one of them to just knock on the door and do due diligence and just check out what's going on. Because Malik Willis, the kid from Liberty who they drafted, I believe, in the 3rd round last year, looked so unready. Mm-hmm. And you can't think anything but his performance left such an imprint on the Tennessee Titans that they have to kick the tires to see if Anthony Richardson is worth it and see what happens there. Or they love him so much and they're just going to let him marinate another year behind Ryan Tannehill and see if he's the guy that can take over the reins once Tannehill relinquishes, or they have Tannehill relinquish. My question is if they do go and move up from 11 to 3, you know what moving up from 9 to 1 cost the Carolina Panthers? So you move up from 11 to 3, that's 8 spots. Moving up from 9 to 1 was 8 spots. So look at what the Panthers gave up, downgraded a little bit because you're not talking about the first overall pick. And you also, they had to put a premium, and the Bears, that's what Ryan Poles said, there will be a premium for you securing the top spot as early in the process as you did. And if I'm the Cardinals, I'm saying this is technically the top spot in the draft now, isn't it? It's not the same as the first overall where you get to choose. This is the first spot where you're not going to have Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud on the board, but everyone else is there. This is my long wind-up to now give this pitch. If you move up from 11 to 3 and you choose Anthony Richardson, and he is somebody that needs to sit and watch, and you just saw what happens when Malik Willis was forced in at too soon and too early and how that looked. Although, man, can you imagine if the Titans had beaten the Chiefs in that nationally televised game that Malik Willis started and then almost pulled that one off anyway? Yeah. But if you do that and you trade your draft capital like that, one way to replenish it, and certainly if you're already pulling the plug for future years or this year in advance of Anthony Richardson, why wouldn't you trade Derrick Henry and get a second-round pick back maybe? Why wouldn't you just start from scratch? In all honesty, you got Hassan Haskins. Or, and you know how I feel about him, or, and I know people might say he's not Derrick Henry. He's a running back who can be your bell cow. Trust me, I've seen it. Or, if you're the Titans, do you just say, all right, we got Tannehill. All right, we've got a good enough team, we think. But we're just going to pull the plug on Henry. And if it doesn't work out, there's Caleb Williams next year. Now, the Titans might be hearing this with their new general manager and the very prideful Mike Vrabel and saying, get out of here. We can still win this division right now. We keep Henry, let's go.
Which is not inaccurate. I mean,
why wouldn't you call the Bills? Why wouldn't you call them? the Bills. Who wouldn't take Derrick Henry to try and just put themselves over the top?
I mean, there are a few teams who need Derrick Henry.
And if you want to flip him to someone in the NFC to get him out.
Philadelphia.
Wow.
I mean.
I don't know. Philly's sitting there at 10. They can just take Bijan and be done with it.
Or they flip 31 and be done with it. I mean, it's a big price for Derrick Henry, but still, how bad do you want him? How bad do you want to take that next level? I mean, right?
I'll tell you the spot where I would love to see him. You want to talk about a different division, different conference. Why wouldn't Jerry Jones want to stick the star on the side of his helmet?
I had an idea that's where you were going with this. Because Tony Pollard, who you love so much.
Zeke out. I know this is total fantasy football, but what the heck? We're waiting for the NBA playoffs playing to start. Draft is 2+ weeks away. Would Dallas flip a 2 for him?
Rich Eisen literally spoke Tony Pollard's starting job into existence.
Well,
and now you want to give it away after for 2 years you pounded the drum for Pollard. Now you want to give his job away?
I don't think Pollard's a 25, 30 touch guy.
You said for 2 years he should be the number one back in Dallas. He should be the starter. So that means he has to be a 20 carry back.
But he's also coming off of an injury too. Let's be smart about it.
Man. Look, you're not going to get any argument from me from having
I get
Derrick Henry on the squad.
I get it. Seattle. I know they got Kenneth Walker, but let's go.
Ken Walker's nice.
He would fit anywhere. The Titans are a fascinating team. How are they going to play this draft? How do they see their 2023 prospects? How do they see anything else? You know?
Who's toting the rock in Tampa right now?
It's Rashad White.
Rashad White, yeah.
But he's just one guy, right?
Well, so far.
Do you know who visited the Titans today? Will Levis.
That's a good spot at 11.
Yeah.
I think he'll be there.
That's a spot. Will Levis also heading to Tampa, too, as well.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I can't wait to see this play out. Let's just keep everybody on the down low. And who's going to make a big trade? Somebody's going to. DeAndre Hopkins is going to go soon. Let's go. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.